Hey Facebook, how's it going? I'm keeping it real today. I put that title in there because I have cursed more times today than I have like in the past month, I swear to God. But I don't want to curse live because most of my audience is moms and I want them to be able to watch it with their kids around. And I don't want their kids to be starting to repeat it like Zach probably will. But today, this morning has been extra. It's like, um, all my moms know what I'm talking about, like getting the kids out the door, and especially when like I have an appointment to go to. I have to go to my psychiatrist today. Keeping it real. And so I had that, when you have that little extra time constraint on your mind, it kind of makes it more stressful. But it's just one of those mornings where I couldn't get the girls out of bed, and then getting them dressed, and they had so many comments. Like they were uniforms, thank God, because they would be such a mess to try to dress in the morning. But even with the uniforms, they're like, oh, I know, I want these tights, and I want this particular hair, and so we're looking for stuff, and I want to wear my boots, because it snowed like a fraction of an inch and I get to wear boots, and so we had to find boots and put their school shoes in their book bag, and like, so it was one of those mornings. And then we catch the bus really close, but on a day like today, it's so cold, I just pile them in the van and go down to the bus stop. So I actually remembered to warm it up, which was awesome, but it's still like the one sliding door like was frozen or something. So like I'm standing there, and Zach, I have to pull him out of bed at the last minute to do this, and he's in his footy PJs with his 2 water sippy cups and his 3 blankies and the stuff that he needs to bring everywhere. And I'm standing there trying to hold all that and open the sliding door so that we can just get to the bus stop. I feel like we're gonna be late. And the thing is stuck. This door won't open. I'm stuck standing there with Zach. I'm pressing the little remote like clicker in my hand, and my daughter is on the inside pressing the inside button. So it gets so confused and messed up that it just like gets stuck halfway through and just starts going like, eh, eh, eh. I'm like, oh my God, I can't fit Zach in the door. And it's just a mess. So I have to go over to the other side and put him, like, crawl into the van with all his stuff, falling in the snow, crying because his blankies are touching like the snow, and like it was a mess. So anyways, one of the things I like to do is tell moms like how to get back to center, because something like that, just like that, could just throw your whole morning, honestly. But I feel so much better now because this is what I did. And I don't, if you're gonna judge me, that's fine, but I gave Zach a popsicle. It was like 7 a.m., but I gave him a popsicle. I went in the kitchen, I put on some Kesha, and I just danced and like thought all these angry thoughts that I wanted to think. I cursed, and I was just like letting it all out because I felt, and maybe you guys will recognize this, but I felt all this like really crunchy energy in me. Like it was like it needed to be shaken up. So that's what I did, and I felt so much better. So that's my little tip for the day. Give your kid a I didn't mean to curse, sorry. Give your kid a popsicle and dance. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is how all of my my business is kind of starting over. I was doing Viva Portraits for a long time. It was first Patricia June Photography, and then it was Viva Portraits. And my oldest, she's 9.5. So it was when she was 6 months that I started all that. And so it's been a long time of, just doing photography, which I absolutely love. But I always knew that I wanted to do something more tied into like helping moms. It's just always been on my heart. And so I've been starting a lot of new things lately, and I was trying to think like, how does this all come together? And it's so funny how the universe works, because my friend messaged me this video that I posted like a year and a half ago. And it was like after I went to a Monat conference. I was doing Monat for a while. And I went to this conference, and I came home, and I did this video about like how I felt, like the culture was kind of shaming moms who didn't have all their shit together. Oh, I'm cursing again. I'm sorry. I want you guys to be able to watch this with your little ones, so I'll try not to curse too much. But I remember sitting, like watching this video that she sent me. I remember that feeling of like just this desire in me growing to help moms, to unshame them. And so just to make a long story short, the conference that I was at, the company was wanting moms to put out videos out there to help, form their own little brand within this. It was like a multi-level marketing company. And so they showed us all these videos, and these videos were like taken in doodles of money and beautiful houses, and like it was just seemed like unattainable for like the average mom, like unless they had a nanny and all these resources available to them to be able to make these beautiful videos. So anyway, I was sitting there, and it was right after one of the leaders of the company had got up and talked about her mental health and how she was very depressed and suicidal and all this stuff. So the kind of contrast of that like really got to me. And so when my friend sent me this video, I remembered that my main purpose and like my desire is to unshame moms and to kind of bring them back to that feeling of like, I got this. It doesn't matter what my life looks like on the outside, what my house looks like, how my kids are acting, like that doesn't matter. Who I am inside, my worthiness does not depend on that. So that is my main goal. So enter in Evoking You, which is my new kind of company that brings everything together. And the whole purpose of it is to help moms remember. Evoke means to bring forward to the conscious mind. So, and it's very funny because I picked that name before I even knew like how it was all going to fit together, but it's perfect. That's what I want to do. I want to bring forward, I want to help you remember. Remember that you've got this. Remember that it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of you. I spent a lot of my life just being defined by other people's opinions, and I know I'm not alone in that. So if that's something that you feel like, I'm with you. And, I recently had a past life regression session, which I've been talking about a lot, and that actually really helped me get solid in my own beliefs and help me remember, just help me to know myself better. And that was what I was really missing, was I felt like I didn't know myself. I was lost in everybody else's stuff. So that's what I'm offering now. I'm offering photography for moms, for families, to help them just see them through my eyes, which I see this beautiful family who has so much love for each other. And it doesn't matter if people are, if kids and parents are stressed out. That's going to happen, whatever. But I want to take pictures and then show you and remind you that even though we get stressed out and we, fight, I mean, that's what we all do. We don't have to be embarrassed or ashamed. Like my family, we fight all the time. But when you get someone to take pictures of you and then you look and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is us. And it feels so good. That's what my picture of me, my maternity picture of me and my girls that I shared on my blog recently, when I was in a really dark place, when I was pregnant with Zach and I was in probably one of my deepest valleys, and I had that picture taken, and when you look at it, you're like, oh, the love was always there. Oh, excuse the train. The love is always there. So even when we have these layers of stuff over us, like the love is always there. So that's what I want to help you remember. And then the other part of it is the coaching for moms. Like I want to give them tips on how to, even with the crazy schedules and the watching the kids and all the stuff that moms, have on their shoulders, we can still take care of ourselves in little bite-sized chunks, even if that's all we can do. So I want to help moms with that. And I'm also offering the past life regression sessions, which I'm calling soul searching sessions, because that's what they really are. And I don't know if there's a lot of people that even know about this. Like I am so lucky to have found out about it. Well, this is a funny story too. I did Monate for a while, and I have nothing against MLMs. I love everyone who does them, and I love the products. I still use them, but I don't sell it because it just wasn't where my heart was. But through that, I found an amazing, I don't know what to call her. She's like an energy healer coach. Her name's Rebecca White, and she did like a talk to my group when I was like in, the sales groups. And I found her through Monate, and she unlocked like a ton of stuff for me. Like I scheduled like a little like coaching session with her, and you know, she led me to all these different steps to find this past life regression stuff, which I never would have thought of. I never heard of it, you know. So who would have thought that like something like that would help me with my mental health? But it did. And I just want to help others now. So I got to get off here because I got to go to the psychiatrist. I'm still keeping it real, guys. You still need your psychiatrist. You still need your, like, you know, if you're on medication, you still need it. But you also have other options. There's infinite possibilities to help you. So, like for me, sometimes my medicine wasn't working and it was really scary for me. And I didn't think there was anything else. I thought, well, that's it. Like, what am I going to do now? But that's not true. There's so much more you can do. So I would love to like share that with you. If you're struggling, please reach out. Even if it's not me, maybe it's not even me that's going to help you, but maybe I can point you to someone else. So have a great day, guys. I will be around, so give a shout out. All right, bye. Love you.